Now, Adamadias Panaka, who is a tutor counselor at the Hellenikopoulos University, will talk to us about a much discussed topic in this symposium, the MOOCs and their usage in the future. Could you please approach?
Thank you for the introduction. Well, massive open online courses, shortly MOOCs, are a trending phenomenon in online education. This presentation reflects on which key didactical factors have been considered in the case of the first MOOC about open and distance learning at Hellenikopoulos University by the MEAE unit. It is the evaluation unit of Hellenikopoulos University. This is the short name of it. Yes. In order to be suitably tailored for a variety of needs of novice tutor counselors at Hellenikopoulos University. So, I will offer some ideas on designing this hybrid package and show you some examples of how it has been done. At the specific MOOC, which is 8 weeks in length. So first, let me explain how the various sessions of this MOOC set out. First of all, every session begins with a list of key concepts for that session. The key concepts are not glossary or dictionary definition. They point out a few of essential terms which are used. The terms are explained in the text of the session. The purpose of each section is also put up front. In many cases, the purpose gives the aim and the objectives of the session. However, there are many viewpoints at the issue of aims and objectives. This purpose section takes away forms like explicit behavioral objectives, expected learning outcomes from the learner, teaching objectives, which mean what we intend to do, leading questions, and rational statements. Activities. In most cases, sections start off with an activity, which means an activity which should be done before the learner continues. These activities are very important as they will help the learner prepare for the material and other activities in the section. In any case, the purpose of these activities is to give the opportunity to practice some of the steps, try out some of the ideas, and apply the theories presented in the MOOC, for instance in a video lecture. What about the feedback? While many of the activities have no correct answers, explanations, feedback, or examples are provided, including why wrong answers are wrong. We also try to space activities between blocks of teaching text to break it up and hold learners' interest. References. A reference list is provided for resources cited in the MOOC. We have Greek and English reference list. Selected bibliography or additional material. In addition to the references, which are mentioned in the session of the MOOC, we have included a section for a selected bibliography. This section contains recommended reading, books, or research that is seminal for study. All these resources are briefly annotated. Summaries. At the end of each section, you will find a summary which in many ways summarize the ideas of the section and setting off stage for next section. While there is no such thing as a recipe for instructional design, a summary, even in the form of a checklist, may be a reminder for the learner for later quick reference. Also, if the learner has a similar problem, the checklist may be just what he or she needs to find a quick solution. We also use graphic organizers, which can be placed before, during, or after relevant text, depending on the purpose. We use spatial characteristics to indicate hierarchy and relations between concepts, for example, matrix or tree diagrams. Video content is one of the most basic learning components of a MOOC. Chunking videos into approximately 3 to 10 minute segment is a good strategy to retain viewer interest and to allow for easy retrieve of knowledge in rescreen. Maybe we can have just a small parody through the YouTube channel for our convenience. Yes.
Η μεγαλύτερη κρίση που έχω αντιμετωπίσει μέχρι τώρα ήταν από έναν φοιτητή, ο οποίος παραπονιόταν για τον τρόπο οργάνωσης του ελληνικού ανοιχτού πανεπιστημίου. Επί 2 ώρες διαμαρτυρόταν συνεχώς και σταματούσε την ομιλική συμμετοχή συνάντηση. Ο τρόπος με την οποία χειρίστηκα αφορούσε την εμπλοκή της ίδιας της ομάδας, δηλαδή όλων των φοιτητών που ήταν στην συνάντηση, να απαντήσουν στις αιτιάσεις του φοιτητή. Η διαδικασία ήταν μετά τις 2 ώρες, ο φοιτητής είχε σταματήσει εντελώς τις ερωτήσεις. Και νομίζω ότι ήταν και ικανοποιημένος από αυτά που είχε εισπράξει από τους συμφοιτητές.
Of course, in the MOOC, we also have subtitles. And the learner can download the script. Let's go back to the presentation. So, there are several different ways to use this MOOC. One can use and read the sections of the MOOC straight through, doing all the activities, analyzing all the examples, discussing the ideas, activities and materials to the forum, or he can dip and sip. In this scenario, someone can read specific portions of the MOOC sections for specific reasons. He can use the table of contents to gain access to those sections which are of interest to him or her. Problem solving. Start with specific problems facing with his students as a novice tutor counselor at Hellenic Open University and read the section with the goal of typing an answer to that question. Again, the tables of contents and material, such as videos, should help him find the answers. Try and apply. No matter how a tutor counselor decides to use this MOOC, one thing is essential: to apply what he reads. This is essential for a novice tutor counselor to benefit from this MOOC. In order to sum up, we can say that to this MOOC we use weekly topic schedules. it has, until now at least, no registration fee, no expectation for prior knowledge of the subject. We have produced short 3 to 10 minutes lecture videos and open resources like PDFs, PowerPoints. For example, we always give the material roadmap for each section, and you can see the icons for video or PowerPoint and PDFs. We also divide the content into small pieces of information, define learning outcomes, learning objectives, create materials that can easily be read on the screen, think about the recognizable structure of the different units and design it, and of course create spaces for communication like open a forum. In any case, successful MOOCs require a collaborative, multidisciplinary team effort spanning departments such as education, engineering and technology. A total amount of 19 people helped us to complete this MOOC. You can enjoy the MOOC when it will be available, and thank you for your attention.
Thank you very much. That was most interesting. Would you like to stay here and get some questions now?
Well, congratulations. Sounds like an exciting MOOC. Can't wait to see how it really looks like. And you know what? Once this goes in the air, you're going to have one very special achievement. It's going to be the very first Greek MOOC ever to be recorded. Because right now, if you take a look at the European map of all the MOOCs, you will see that there's blank in Greece. And I think that's something we should all change quickly. And so therefore I would like to make sure, and I would like to encourage you to contact us in the Open Education Europa portal, where we have the scoreboard of open education with all the MOOCs as we are harvesting it, so that we make sure that that's promoted and it's all it's disseminating all over the good practices all over Europe. Thank you again, congratulations and good luck.
Okay, thank you. I will inform Professor Xenos, who is responsible for all this effort, to contact with you. Thank you. Other questions? Yes? Ilona is one of my colleagues, and she knows the edits, the language in which she make the whole platform work well.
Hi, Manda. Just to mention that it is already available, and you can visit it through meae.eap.gr/MOOC. You can register free, and you can view the MOOC as it is now.
Is this correct?
This is the IP address, so if you want to note it, just meae.eap.gr/MOOC. And you will be able to view the MOOC, yes, if you want.
And it's very interesting to tell you a little story behind all these efforts, because me and Ilona used to work for 2 or 3 hours for 2 days every week in a cafeteria here in Piraeus, where we live. And you can see what people who are well organized and have the same culture and the same language can create such things with very little money, but with a great effort and plenty of time, of course.
One question?
Yes?
Do we have an idea about the cost of this MOOC?
A specific MOOC?
A specific MOOC, yes.
Ah, okay.
A very, very general approximate.
Ilona, do you know maybe you should help me here, because I know little things about the other colleagues and the whole cost of the MOOC.
Yes. Just because it's the first time this was designed and developed, the cost was was much higher because we had to set the platform for the first time, and we had to hire more people to support all of this. So there is not a specific cost that we can calculate, because the next time MOOC will be created, the cost will be less, because we won't have to set the platform from the beginning, or we won't have to hire people in order to set the servers and the other technical things that are important to support the whole part of MOOCs. So these are details that are under construction from the team of MEAE, and they are looking for it in order to make technical support for this, and can estimate the detailed cost.
Okay. I will make it simpler. Is it more than 20,000 euros?
Yes. Yes.
It's more than 20,000 euros.
Yes.
But still, it must be less than what is going on in abroad.
Yes.
Such production.
We can answer about abroad. Abroad, such MOOCs are estimated about $100,000. MIT, Harvard, and such Stanford, yes.
We'll do it better.
Yes.
So, and just about the cost in European universities, like Delft, for example, the mean cost is about 50, 60. Also in Belgium, universities of Leuven and Louvain, the only ones, it's about 40,000, 50,000 for a new MOOC, and they use of course the platform, the edX platform, and that's a huge cost. You have your own platform in IML informed, so that's a huge advantage to have your own national or university platform. You don't pay to edX or to Coursera or any other provider. That's for European university. This is the major cost, being on another platform, on the platform of the US, actually. And I had another question about the platform now. So you constructed a platform for yourself or your own university?
University, of course. It's a team from MEAE unit, as I said.
For the Hellenic Open University?
Yes, Hellenic Open University, in order to teach, to educate the new tutor counselors in how to support the distance learner, how to organize their tutorials and things.
But the MOOC is open for everybody in the world, I suppose.
If you sign, yes. And maybe my colleague will give you further.
Okay, a MOOC is open, so
yes.
It should be open for all in the world, but okay, as in Greek, so the audience will be rather limited, of course, like it would be in Dutch, my own language. It would be a limited audience, but okay, it's open for everybody. And
after it's open, massive open.
Yeah, massive and open. If not, this is POC, small and private. There are a lot of denominations now in MOOCs. The other question is, it's expensive to make a platform, and there's also perhaps a unique selling point for services to other Greek universities. Would you envisage to do that? To open the platform of Hellenic Open University to other Greek universities and offer them?
That will be the best approach, because we know how to
can answer that question.
Perhaps it's a bit early to answer the question, because it's a matter of policy and strategy.
Yes, right.
For the leaders of the university.
Yeah.
Possibly, yes.
Yeah.
Yes. It's possible that it will happen.
Yes, I think that would be a good idea, because Open University should be visible and open, manifest themselves towards others as well. I think to show leadership, and here you have demonstrated leadership in your area. But if nobody knows it, then it's in vain. So I think the best way to show leadership is to show it also to the other universities. But okay, that's a side remark, perhaps.
Thank you very, very much, all of you. And I'm talking about Mr. Elias as well. I still didn't understand the cost of your own lab. It seems that openness costs a lot. But my question is this. Those who teach this module, we know that the material it's outdated. So I was wondering if you take this in consideration when you create and you develop this MOOC. And what did you do so as to upgrade, to make the material? It had to do with the bibliography, it had to do with the videos, because I saw the material of 95. So how you react, how you overcome this problem that we have?
Yes. We're trying to always keep a follow-up for our content. Now it's the first phase. We are expecting the first evaluation and see what best we can do. We have a lot of resources. No, what do you mean about existing materials? In which one do you refer? No, this is a new, there's a lot of new resources, and all are open resources. Yes, videos, PowerPoints, PDFs, a lot of new stuff. If you are mentioning the previous chapters of the education of a novice tutor counselor, then yes, it's something new here. Okay.
Can I add something to the answer?
Excuse me, probably first it would be better to speak, Ilona.
Just to add something to this question.
There is a plan from MENAE concerning the content of this MOOC. Just mention that in order to create the videos and the digital content, a lot of information was given to the attendees in order to avoid using information that needs to be updated. What does this mean? For example, when we talk about statistics of a year, we never mention it's from the year 2014, for example. We mentioned that these statistics are about a specific year and not which one, because in order to update the material, money are needed. So if there are no money, we won't be able to update the material. For example, the next year that the MOOC will start again. So we tried to keep the content as more updated as we could, and not mention information that could make the MOOC the next year old. Okay, I hope this is clear. This for the first level. We are trying from MEAE to, if there are further money for this, in order to continue and create more MOOCs, not only this one, we will try to update the content and also to keep some tutors to help the attendees of this MOOC. So this is very important for the upgrades. I hope this covers your question.
And after all, if we talk about 95, let's say, reference, we try to find something at least classic. For instance, from Professor Tate, some resources. In a good
Okay. Do people get certificate after the
Sorry.
Yes, okay, thank you very much for your very exciting presentation. This tutors subject is very important for us in Aberto, Universidade Aberta in Portugal. So, but when we think about tutors in our university, we think about a very small group. So my first question is to launch a MOOC for tutors preparation, so do you expect a lot of people?
Yes, if you consider that we have 1,700 tutors, and most of them need to upgrade their knowledge about open and distance learning, then yes, we are expecting a huge
So this
population.
is to update the training of your tutors mainly.
Exactly.
So do you think to translate your...
That will be
or
the
to
next
have a
step.
device to translate, an automatic device to translate?
You will be interested in a translation version?
I'm asking because I really think to understand the...
Okay, Professor Janarek, you have to do something in this direction.
We'll speak.
We will talk about it later. Prepare for $1 million, and I think
Professor Payos, you wanted to ask something?
Well, if you have considered or if you planning to issue certificates
Yes.
or some kind of qualification to those who attend.
Of course, that will be a motive after all for tutor counselors. So we are planning to organize such a certification process. Absolutely.
I have a relevant question. Is it, since Yorgos Androulakis is here, do we have ever any official statement from a Hellenic Open University concerning MOOCs? Or is it just an initiative from MEAE? Do you know that? For the governing body. I mean, MOOC is an excellent, initiative, right? For long distance and using technology, modern technology. EAP is the main institute for long distance education in Greece, and in Greek language, of course. Do we have any official statement, or if there is any, policy plan for developing MOOCs? In which way? And if an app will cover the cost, because the cost is quite high, apart from all the other things that they have to cover. Thank you.
The more expert will
Thank you. Thanks for the question, Konstantinos. For the time being, the answer is no, as you may have expected. But it's one for the moment. The new board is at the place to raise questions, not to give answers. That's why, Pete, one of our questions, one of the 4 themes for the panel of this afternoon will be about MOOCs. I mean, the relationship between MOOCs and online courses which lead to a certification and to a degree. So we will be very interested. So I will give maybe the floor to Pete to continue the answer. We will be very interested about any official or any statements or any studies eventually made about this issue at the European level. But I mean, we are very aware, Konstantinos, of the issue. I mean, it's a big issue, And I would like to add that we have already some MOOCs. I come back to a previous question. There are some MOOCs developed at the University of Crete, and there are 4 of them. So they were published, they were launched in October last month. So it is happening. We know it's happening, and we are absolutely convinced that the Hellenic Open University has to have a policy, and it has to be clear, and so we are following the issue. Thank you. Maybe, yes.
Okay, right from the start, and we were then in Cyprus, I think, during our conference, our EDU conference in Cyprus, right from the start with MOOCs, when MOOCs started in the US, and open universities have decided to be active in this field, and they have created a portal between them, which is called Open Up Ed, with the support of the European Commission. And on that portal you will find most of the MOOCs of the members, in particular of the Open Universities. And moreover, we are developing a joint policy with the European Universities in Europe concerning MOOCs with 3 aspects. How to develop MOOCs and good MOOCs, what is a good MOOC, and what kind of learning design can you use. And it's not just showing some lectures, it should be more than that. How to deliver MOOCs, and there we have the problem of platforms, and of course we welcome very much national platforms where there are no, where the universities are not able to participate in platforms like edX, Coursera, and others. And the other aspect is the usage of MOOCs, and that's a big problem, how to make MOOCs used in a country on a national scale as well. So we think always on the about the international scale, but what about the national scale, how to make use of MOOCs in a national context. These are issues we discuss at the moment within the organization, and we will adapt the portal to requirements and solutions we will find on each of these dimensions.
But and outside Europe, like in UNISA University, they have a lot of experience in MOOCs long way before. So we have good paradigms.
Yeah, that's the other aspect, of course. You can say open universities, and in particular, for example, the Open University has always had MOOCs, but of course they were not for free. But okay, the methodology, the design, and so on, the delivery of learning by open universities, and also the research done about these aspects is of course a foundation for developing and delivering good MOOCs in the world. Only this experience is not used so far, and we hope that learning design tools will help to develop good MOOCs and also to distribute MOOCs all over the world, and not just in the US and in some countries in Europe.